Hey, welcome back to another, I guess, Let's Play of Legend of Rune, the beta. And, this goes a lot more further than the demo. I forgot to actually say that in the video, so I just put in the thumbnail to make my life easier. But today we have a special guest with us, a friend of mine called
Gaku.
and they're going to be helping me with some voice acting stuff so I do not tire myself out, because that's going to eventually start happening. Oh, so... to continue on, essentially, Rune and Orin are just escaping through the forest. No, nothing you haven't seen before. When you said that something happened to my father, I feared for the worst. I wouldn't have stopped asking you about it until you told me anyways. Orin slowly nods his head, but he looks unconvinced. So, you think he's still alive, right? Yeah, of course he is. That old man is the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Orin is looking at me with big pleading eyes. It's fine, really, I don't mind cursing. It's a bit refreshing, actually. Really? Well, I guess you're different than the old man in that sense. He was always wanting me to act more proper, so that I'd fit in better. Fit in better? Where did you live before you met my father? I'm from a small earth mage I'm from a small earth mage village within the ethereal woods. It's near the border of Malum and Salvis. That makes sense. A lot of Earth Mage clans are located around there. But from what I've read, Earth Mages rarely leave their birthplace. So how exactly did you meet my father then? He was looking for you outside the ethereal woods. He was looking all the way out there. That area would be dangerous for anyone, let alone a fire mage like my father. He thought you may have oh my gosh. I always mess that up for some reason. I always mess up, like, randomly. Do you ever get that, Gaku?
Yeah, oftentimes.
Alright. He thought you may have been drafted into the army. Anything going down between Malum and Salvis usually takes place in that area. So that's where I was. That's where I went. That's where he went. That's what I'm talking about. All the time. I had always wandered out of the forest that day. Wait, did he actually say I had? No. Oh, why? Okay. I had wandered out of the forest that day, and I was spotted by some soldiers. I think they were Malamis, but I can't remember. Orin's look. Why am I saying words together sometimes? Jeez. Okay. Okay, just focus. Orin looks lost, as if he's pondering something. Anyways, your father happened to be nearby, and he saved me. I offered to travel with him, help him keep safe. Oh, why am I reading everything in reverse? What the flippity flop, Gaku? What school? Huh. Okay. Like, I'm not joking. I saw, it's like my eyes were just bouncing everywhere for a second there. Maybe I'm still a little tired. But regardless, I must press on.
You could be.
Help keep him
Yes.
safe. He told me that all he wanted was to do... Oh my gosh. What is
Breathe.
going on with my eyes? You know what? I know what it is. I will be right back. Let me switch from glasses to contacts. That's actually part of the problem.
Oh, yeah, that might be it.
Because, yeah, like, I don't know. I think I've been adjusting more to my contacts.
Ah, 기분이 아가를 여쭈 시가를.
There we go, yeah.
Back?
Things look a lot more big. Oh my gosh, what a difference between the glasses and the contacts.
Yikes.
Okay. He told me that all he wanted to do was find his son. That was all that mattered to him. He said if I wanted to join him, I could, but my goal would be to find and protect you, not him. Father. I wanted to keep looking for your father when he was taken away, but I knew he wouldn't have wanted that. He would have wanted me to find you first. And damn it, I did! I can't believe myself! Ha! But I really did find you. That old man is going to be happy to see you again. Orin had a huge smile plastered on his face, and the thought of seeing father again makes me feel happy, so I smile back. But even still, a terrible worry looks at the back of my head. We should travel to my house, where father and I used to live. If he managed to escape, he might have gone back there. Well, I had already checked there a while back, but it couldn't hurt. It's not too far from here, only about a day's worth of travel for me. You've been to my house before? Yeah, I've been there a few times. And my father was okay with that? Mm-hmm. We stopped there to pick up some stuff before we started looking for you. My father must have really trusted Orin to let him into our house. Could you tell me more about what you and my father did together? Yeah, sure. I got plenty of stories. But I wanted to talk to you first, about what happened to you. Your father told me you just up and vanished one day. He looked everywhere for you. And then somehow you're just in the middle of this forest. How in the hell did you end up here? If you don't mind me asking, I mean. He wants to know what happened to me, but I don't really know what to say. So many things have transpired since I was captured. I'm not sure where to begin. Well, it's hard to put it all into words. I was captured by soldiers from the kingdom of Solvis, but so much has happened since then. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. We don't have to talk about it. No, it's okay. I'm just thinking about how to put it, is all. Arn decided to give me an understanding nod as I ponder how to describe what happened to me. I guess I'll just have to stick to the major occurrences for now. The day I was captured, I'd gone outside to take a walk as I like to do. I was feeling a bit adventurous that day, so I walked out a good deal farther from home than usual, which was foolish of me. When I saw the Salvesian soldiers approaching, I started running back to the house, but it was too late. They caught up to me quickly. One of them must have hit me over the head because I was knocked unconscious. When I finally woke up, I seemed to be far from home in a room that was completely foreign to me. I was in a prison cell, and that's where I stayed for nearly 5 years. Orin looks pained by my words as I speak, peering at me with saddened eyes. What was it like in there? Well, being locked in a cell was bad enough, but that wasn't even the worst part. They'd hooked me up to something called the machine. It drained my magical energy. It drained my magical energy from me. It started very infrequently, but by the time I had escaped, they were doing it every day. Draining your magical energy? Like a eater or something? Those things can kill people. No, the machine wasn't a living creature like a mana eater. It was just a bunch of tubes that they hooked into me. Tubes? Well, I never saw the entire contraption. Only the clear tubes I was attached to that were fed into the room beside me. Those sick bastards. They're lucky I need to be here to protect you. Otherwise, they'd be dead. They'd be dead? No, I don't want that. I don't want any more people to have to die because of me. My mind wanders back to the soldiers I may have killed in the forest. Hey, it's okay. Everything's okay now, right? I won't let them take you again. I must be making a weird face right now considering his reaction. He misinterpreted my distress, though. I'm more upset by the thought of killing someone than the thought of being imprisoned. If what you're saying is true, though, how the hell did you manage to get out of there? Or get way out here? How did I end up in this forest? I still can't recall what happened. I don't know. I can't remember anything. You serious? You have no idea? I'm serious. I thought maybe you would know something. Actually, like maybe you'd help me escape somehow. No, I didn't know. I didn't do nothing like that. As much as I'd like to have. It was just total luck that I was in the area when you got out. Oh, I see. I wonder if I'll ever figure out what happened. The last thing I remember was sitting in my prison cell. I was thinking about my birthday and how I used to have so much fun celebrating with my family. Then, I'm not sure what happened after that. Just that, I blacked out. Are you saying this all happened on your birthday? I'm not entirely sure, but I believe so. That's what Dr. Arthur told me, at least. What's today's date? It's the 23rd of May, and I'm guessing it's about 3 in the morning now. Oh, I guess my birthday really was yesterday then. I was kind of hoping the doctor was lying to me. That maybe I hadn't been out there for that long. Well, happy late birthday, Rune. I'm sorry that you had to spend it all in a cell. That ain't right. Don't be sorry. Yesterday may have been one of the best days of my life. I'm free now, and I never thought that would happen. I muster up a smile to reassure him, and he smiles back at me. So, you're 18 now, huh? How does he know my age? Did Father tell him? Yes, that's right. Well, I'm 21, so we're not too far off from each other. Are you suggesting something, Orin?
He might be.
or did Daddy Dearest suggest something to him?
Oh
I don't
no.
know. I don't know because they, the beta does not touch on that. So I can't even spoil that to you
Damn.
guys if that's so. I guess it makes sense that he's older than me. I feel the urge to yawn all of a sudden, but I try to fight it. Am I boring you already? No, I'm just tired. That's all. Oh, right. Well, go ahead and get some rest then. I'll take a little. I already took a little nap, so I can stay up and keep watch. Thank you. That's very kind of you. This man seems very kind despite how crass he can be. Somehow, even though I've known him for such a small amount of time, I can already feel myself starting to trust him. Maybe we should talk some more.
Yeah.
Actually, Orin, I'd like to stay up and talk a little more if that's okay. Of course, anything you want to talk about. I'm all ears. Well, I'm kind of wondering how much my father told you about me. We talked about you all the time. He never stopped talking about you, really. I'm not sure whether I should be comforted by that or worried. What kind of stuff did he tell you about? He told me about all sorts of things. Stories from when you were little, and about how you were about how you were always such a good kid, never had a bad word to say about you. Well, what? He did talk about how you've been sheltered because of your circumstances and all. He was worried you were still naive naive to the real world. Father, don't worry though. Even if it is true, I've got your back. I won't let anyone take advantage of you or anything like that. That's really not necessary. Right. He told me you can handle yourself. Like the time you set the kitchen on fire but managed to put it out on your own. Father! I can feel my cheeks turning red from embarrassment. Why did Father have to tell this man so much unnecessary information? Ah! I'm sorry, Rune. Let's just talk about something else. How about I tell you about some of the other stories your father... Oh, whoops. How about I tell you some other stories about your father instead? I'm mortified imagining the countless personal stories my father might have shared with Orin, but I still want to hear about their journey. Okay. Aw, poor thing. Orin told me a few tales about my father. Most of them were silly stories, like one about Father accidentally burning his pajamas. I had a good time listening to him talk about my father, but felt a little sad that I had missed out on so much. My eyes grew tired as the stories went on. I soon found myself drifting to sleep. I can't wait to get to you know who. I hope it happens in here. I don't know if we'll make it. I wonder.
It might.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Rune, it's almost time for us to get going. I opened my eyes to see Orin standing over me, and he's holding out a stick with some sort of meat on it. He pushes it closer to me, offering it over. Oh, thanks. I grabbed the stick and observed the contents that are speared onto it. It looks like rabbit meat? Gross. I'm too hungry to reject it though, so I take a bite out of it and start to reluctantly chew it. Blah! Well, I guess it's not too terrible. It could be worse. That's it. Eat up as much as you can. Here's some water too. He hands me a crude, hand-carved wooden bowl with a shallow pool of water in it. I set the meat aside and hastily drink from the bowl, relieved to wash some of its taste from my mouth. We need to make sure your belly is full for the journey. That's right, we're going to be heading to my house today. Could Father possibly be there? My heart races with a mixture of excitement and anxiousness at the thought. I'll be carrying him most of the way, but it's still important that you're well fed. What? No, that won't be necessary. The thought of him carrying me again makes me blush, and my face starts feeling hot. We don't really have a choice. It will take me less than a day to get there. You, on the other hand, could take several days to make the trek. We don't got that much time to waste. Ah, right. He was very fast when he was carrying me, wasn't he? All right, but if you're gonna carry me again, you have to warn me first this time. I'll carry you on my back this time, so you'll have more control. Come on now, let's get going. He extends his hand out to me, and I wipe my palms clean before grabbing a hold of him. He pulls me up on my feet effortlessly, as if I weigh nothing to him. Well, which way are we going then?
We'll be heading east from here, taking a shortcut. We should be there by nightfall, if we don't take too many breaks.
Wow, that's really quick. But I do get to walk for but do I get to walk for myself at all?
No can do. I'll need to carry you to save as much time as we can. Come on now, get on my back.
He turns his
My, such a princess.
I know, right? He turns his back to me and bends down a bit, then turns his face to nod at me. Is this guy completely shameless? He doesn't seem to think there's anything weird about this. Oh well, I guess I don't really have a choice. I climb onto his back, wrapping my arms around his neck.
Alright, hang on.
Orin takes off, going straight into a full-on sprint. Whoa! I clutch onto him tightly, worried about falling off. Orin runs at an inhumanely fast pace, but I guess that just comes with being an Earth Mage. At first, his intense racing causes such an adrenaline rush, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. But after a short while, I know, I begin to have faith in his athletic abilities once I get used to the pace. It's actually kind of soothing. The feeling of the wind blowing through my hair reminds me of when, as a child, I'd run through the fields near my house.
Aww.
I know.
That's cute.
He's a little cute boy. I'm overcome with nostalgia as memories of my childhood flash in my mind. I think about how my house used to look, which makes me even more excited about going back to visit it. My body feels relaxed from the thoughts, and I start to feel a little tired as the journey goes on. I'm still exhausted from what happened before.
We're here.
Quaint little house. I fell asleep, didn't I? I'm very sorry. Embarrassed, I jump off of Orin's back.
It ain't a problem. I know how tired you are.
He says that, but I still feel my cheeks glowing in shame.
Aww.
Well, you want to see your old house, right? How about we go check it out? Excuse me, a little burp there.
My old house? We're really here already? What? We're here? I look ahead at the silhouette of the moonlit building before me. Though I can't make out many of the details, I instantly recognize it as my home. Emotions flood into me as the realization hits. Father! In a fit of joy, I take off, sprinting towards the door of my house.
Hey, hold up. Let me make sure it's safe first.
I pause, looking back at Orin as he rests his... looking back at Orin as my hand rests on the cold metal door handle. Come on, Father might be inside. What are we waiting for?
I told you, I've checked here before. He wasn't home the last time I was here, and that wasn't long ago.
Ah, right. I let go of the handle, and my feelings of joy turn into that of worry. If Father isn't here, I don't know what I'll do. I'm not sure if I'm ready to look inside. Orin must sense my hesitation as he puts his hand on my shoulder.
It'll be okay. Even if he's not here, we'll find him, all right? Here, let me open it. I've got the key.
Father trusted him with that? Sure enough, after I step aside, Orin pulls out a key and unlocks the door.
You can have it back now. He said it was yours.
Orin holds my hand briefly as he slides the key into my palm. He smiles and nods at me.
Let's go in.
I nod back, and I follow behind as he opens the door. My baby! It's my boy! It's my... I love him! Okay, I think we'll make it in time to have you voice act him a little before we have to call it an episode.
By the way, Yesterjoy Studio, hey, if you need a voice actor, no need to look any further. if you want.
He's not here. Orin puts his hand on my shoulder without saying a word, but on the chair next to the table lies my father's robe. He must have left it here for some reason. I walk forward, and Orin's hand falls from my shoulder. I reach down to the robe and feel the soft fabric with my fingertips. Father. I grasp onto the robe, bunching the cloth up in my hands, my knuckles bulging as my grip tightens.
What is that?
It's my father's old robe.
Ah, I see. Don't remember him wearing that. Wonder why he left it here. Rune? My hands clench the robe even harder as I fight back the urge to cry. I'm scared. I'm afraid something terrible has happened. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it'll be alright. We'll find him. I found you, didn't I? You finding me was a fluke. Somehow I got out, and somehow you happened to be nearby when I did. It wasn't just a fluke. I knew where to look for you using what your father told me, and I know where to look for him too. Orin's words are passing through me like a ghost. I can't concentrate on what he's saying. All I can think about is my father, and how the chances of me ever seeing him again are improbable at best. I wish it was at least, but no, for him it's improbable at best. Poor baby. I'm going to look into the other. I'm going to look in the other rooms. I know that he's not here, but I don't want Orin to see me like this. I just want to be alone right now. Orin nods, something to sense what I'm feeling. How did I read that? Orin nods, seeming to sense what I'm feeling. I'll be here if you need me. Orin sits down on the bench, and I make my way over to my old room. My room looks exactly the same as it did the day I left. Father didn't move a thing while I was gone. Let me just make sure the audio isn't too loud. Okay. I peek into my father's room to see if anyone is in there. Whoops, is there. It's empty, save for the furniture. He isn't in there. I lie down on my bed and bury my face into my pillow. I don't know what to do. I'm home, but everything feels so cold and foreign to me. Oh yeah, and then what was it? At least we got the light voice acting goal on the Kickstarter, and I don't know if the slacker backer also means we'll get the cuddling too, but I hope we do have the cuddling goal. Like, that'd be amazing. Even though I'm finally awake from that terrible place, I still feel awful. My father isn't here, and I don't know where Amelia or Aldwin live. Even if I did, chances are they were captured too, just like my father. Knowing that my family is gone, I feel as though I'm still imprisoned. The sound of a gentle rain hitting the window helps calm me down, and soon I stop crying. My body still aches from fighting those soldiers, but I take off my shirt and try to make myself comfortable in my bed. My mind feels exhausted too. Everything is happening so fast. I lie awake for some time, unable to shut out my thoughts. Alright, good. Okay, best boy comes in.
Yes. Now that's a good scene right there.
I know.
Is it morning already? I feel like I barely got any sleep at all. Feels like something is tickling my face. It almost feels like the wind brushing against my cheek, or like someone breathing on me. Huh? Why is there why is there a strange-looking man lying on my bed with me? Am I still dreaming?
Excuse my manners. It appears that I accidentally fell asleep while I was waiting for you to wake up. How rude of me. You just look so serene resting in that bed. It lulled me into a slumber as well.
Wow. Is he singing to him?
Maybe.
This guy is so calm despite this awkward situation. It seems so surreal. Maybe this was a dream.
This is a dream.
Who are you? You need to leave before I call Orin in here.
Are you referring to that overgrown earth mage in the other room? Please don't call him in. I'd like to speak with you for a moment. Alone. I'm not here to hurt you. Quite the opposite, in fact. My name is MIKHAILLL. I am one of the last living necromancers.
Mikhail Malikov. I made the first
Mikhail
mistake of
Malikov.
calling him Makalov as well, but it's Malikov.
Fuck.
A necromancer? I didn't know that there were still living necromancers. They were wiped out long ago, just like my people were. And his name sounds somewhat familiar.
I swear to you that I'm being truthful. I can show you some of my buildings if you wish.
I'm a little creeped out, but if he's a necromancer, I definitely want to know more about him. Even though reading old books was my only form of entertainment over the past 5 years, I never read much about necromancers. But something about this guy seems a little off. I mean, who just crawls into someone else's bed?
He does.
Yep.
Maybe you should get out of my bed first.
Of course. Pardon my manners. Just so adorable that I couldn't help but continue lying beside you.
Oh, much better.
Or a lot off. But he obeys my command and gets up out of my bed. I frantically grab my shirt and throw it on, then sit up to look at him as he walks over by my desk.
Me falling asleep on your bed was truly an accident. However, it is hard. Fuck!
Yeah, I know. That's why I said he speaks very, like, eloquent. You know, that's why I was like, oh man, he reminds me so much of Bayonetta.
Okay, let me do that. Me falling asleep on your bed was truly an accident. However, hard that is to believe. I was going to spend the night outside until it started downpouring freezing rain. I simply couldn't rest catching a nasty cold, so I invited myself in. My journey has been long and sleepless, so once I was inside, I couldn't help resist lying in a comfortable bed next to a warm body.
You could have slept in the living room if you really needed a place that badly.
That man, though, was rather frightening. He seemed like the type that wouldn't be very welcoming.
I can't believe this guy got past Orin without being noticed. I guess Orin's been pretty sleep deprived, hauling me around and guarding me all the time. His name is Orin.
Well, at least his name is cute.
You could have just asked me You could have just asked me for a place to stay. I know what it's like to be the last of your own kind, and how hard it is being an outsider. I wouldn't have let Orin hurt you.
I wasn't concerned that Arn would hurt me. I was only worried that I might during my close fighting with him. God, I fucking love him.
Yeah. Does this guy think he's stronger than Orin?
But that's very sweet of you. Yes, I suppose I should have been more forthcoming and knocked on the door to inquire about staying with you.
I want to voice him too. Can I read that line as well?
I like this line.
Yes.
But that's very sweet of you. Yes, I suppose I should have been more forthcoming and knocked on the door to inquire about staying with you.
Like, oh, he's so cute. I love how he talks.
It wants me to have someone that cares about me again. My heart is aflutter. Coming here was the right decision indeed.
Ah, he's so cute.
Right, so why exactly are you here?
Oh, yes, I haven't told you yet, have I? I wish to learn everything there is to know about you, and I long to pick your brain to digest every bit of information I can.
What?
I'm here to consume your soul.
What?
I'm only joking, of course. What's wrong? It was really a jest. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Goodness, look at you blushing. How cute.
I don't get this guy. Anyways, you didn't really answer my question.
I want to know about your power, Rune. Your world's strong power.
And then we're going to stop it there because we're hitting a mark And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed MIKHAILLL's speech patterns, because I absolutely love them. He is like such a doll.
Yes. I love.
MIKHAILLL is great. Alright, so let's make a save. As you know, I've already been through the entire game, but well, not the entire game, the entire beta. But yeah, you know, look out for more, because it's gonna get real funny in just a bit.
Yes.
Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and whatnot.
Yes! Share the video!
Yeah, actually share this around. Like, this game needs more attention. Let's put it that way. It's really good. Trust me. It has a great, like, I don't know. I like the writing in here. I like the writing. Let's just say it's better than, like, 1 or 2 other BL novels that I've seen. And I was like, a little bit rough around the edges, a little bit too silly. This one actually takes itself a little more seriously, but in a good way.
Yes.
All right. Peace out.
Bye!